Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is Monday and it's time for daily news, everything happening in and around the world of Liverpool Football Club right here over the next 10 minutes or so. As ever, I'll be reacting to your comments, thoughts and opinions on everything that is discussed, and if you want to add some more topics as well, please feel free to use the comments, the live comments alongside, and I'll get to them a little bit later on in the show as well. Yeah, we've got some good stuff to get through, but I thought it was worth mentioning, not a particularly happy place to start on this, but obviously some latest news coming out of the back of Sadio Mane's game for Senegal, that there's been a crush outside the stadium in Madagascar, and they say at the moment that at least one person's been killed and 40 injured. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's Liverpool news, but I think Liverpool fans can obviously, you know, relate to this. There will always be a degree of empathy there. So thoughts and prayers if you're into that kind of thing, particularly the prayer stuff. Obviously, with people affected with that, and we hope that the loss of life is an absolute bare minimum, and you know, investigations go on to find out what the root cause of that was. But yeah, not a great place to start, but obviously just a shit thing that still seems to happen in the world of football. We move on, keeping a very slight link with Sadio Mane. WhoScored.com have the Senegalese winger in the European statistical best 11 of the season so far. That's out of the top 5 leagues. He makes it into the team alongside, I'll be honest, a few players I've never heard of, including Jarstein in goal from Hertha Berlin, Cabral from Celta Vigo. But yeah, good to see so far. I clocked onto this via an Express article, which I've not put up because let's not give them any advertising revenue. But they had it like Messi and Bale alongside shock Liverpool. Is it a shock, Si?
No.
Not in any way, shape or form. Is it a shock that Sadio Mane would be in there? I'm only shocked that he's only got an 8 rating, if I'm honest. 4-4 for him in the Premier League so far this season. Yeah, he did have maybe you could say one poor performance or one not absolutely sublime performance in amongst that. But yeah, good to see him in there. Good to see him getting the recognition. I think anyone who's watched Liverpool this season will probably say he's probably been our most dangerous player, and long may that continue. But yeah, interesting that Marcus Alonso makes it in there. James Tarkowski from the Premier League as well. And then it's a takey pick from a lot of the more obvious contenders of Messi, Benzema, Bale and Neymar. Sound. We're going to move on. We're going to be talking about Liverpool's fixture pile-up in a moment. And there's some news regarding the FIFPro. Basically the World Player Awards. Liverpool players have been nominated for that. I'll come to that in 2 seconds. But 2 things I want to draw your attention to beforehand is the redmentv.com. Got amazing content going on there right now. Building up, of course, as the week goes on. The Liverpool Ladies podcast has gone out for the weekend, which is a preview. It returns in review form this week as well. The girls are filming that later on today. We've got the Around the League podcast looking at the top 6 rivals for Liverpool and how they're likely to fare in coming weeks. So it gives you a bit of a wider sense of the context in which Liverpool are in this season, and the usual stuff. Red's News Roundup show coming out later this week. Chris will be doing a newsroom podcast. He's got stats and tactics ready to record at the moment as well. It's completely free for a month if you want to check that out. So please do. And more pressingly right now, we're on 298,662 subscribers at the time that I opened that tab. We've got some new channel artwork, plenty of time and reason to go and look at our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button now. Let's get us there. We've got some really cool stuff in the pipeline that we can't do until we get to 300k. So listen, we're waiting on you. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, we're waiting for you personally. And we'll sit here and wait. So just... Anyway, if you just joined us, welcome to the new show on Monday. We've already discussed Sadio Mane being in the statistical best 11 of the season so far, according to Who Scored. We're going to move on now because Liverpool versus Chelsea. We know we've got them in the Carabao Cup. They finally announced the fixture date for it. It was either going to be Tuesday the 25th of September or Wednesday the 26th. We now know it's going to be the Wednesday. James Carroll, good man that he is, with a really in-depth piece here on the Liverpool official website. The third round encounter will kick off at 7:45 BST, broadcast live on Sky Sport. All good. Chelsea at Anfield. What is interesting is it leads to, look, pile up maybe is an oversell on this, but just have a quick look at how Liverpool's fixtures now line up as a result of that. Now, we know that date on there is very, very, very wrong. Why is that? We definitely don't play Liverpool. Liverpool definitely don't play Chelsea on Monday the 24th at 11 o'clock at night. So Google have got that wrong straight off the bat. We played them on the Wednesday and then we played them on the Saturday, which is a real short turnaround. Normally, as we know, if you play Wednesday or Thursday, a lot of games get moved on to the Sunday. Now, it is the late kickoff on the Saturday. It is the 5:30 kickoff. Thoughts on this? They're not likely to move the Saturday game, I don't think, because it's going to be televised. I don't know that they can, because they'll have the televised game sorted for the Sunday as well. It's a bit stupid for me, particularly when the league always goes on about wanting things to be treated seriously. I think that adds to the notion that both teams will probably take it even if it's just fractionally easier in that League Cup game, which does the Carabao Cup no good. I mean, the Carabao Cup is just shoots itself in the foot constantly. I think they drew, was it Crystal Palace or Southampton? They drew out twice last year when they were doing the draw for it. Tip top. It's a Cap Cup anyway, unless you win it, in which case it's sound. But yeah, little slight concern for Liverpool, and that's the first real challenge. We know we're entering a period now where Liverpool playing 2 games a week. To have to go Wednesday, Saturday could pose a little problem, if nothing else. Anyway, we move on. The FIFPro, the FIFA have unveiled the 55 professional footballers, or they're about to unveil the 55 professional footballers who received the most votes from their peers in the FIFPro World 11. The goalkeepers, the defenders and the midfielders have been announced so far. No one from Liverpool in the goalkeepers, which is a shame, because I think that Alisson probably deserves to be in there. David De Gea? He's very good. I think David De Gea is a tremendous goalkeeper, but has this year been a year to remember for him? I don't think it has. I think in the year second in the Premier League, and he had a terrible World Cup by my account. So yeah, that doesn't make a load of sense to me, but so be it. In terms of the defenders, some of the standout names, obviously from Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk and Dejan Lovren making that list amongst the usuals. I mean, obviously Benjamin Pavard's a good shout, an absolute cracker of a goal in the World Cup. A lot of the usual suspects, Dani Alves, Carvajal, Chiellini, etc., etc. Interesting, the players who didn't make the list include Leonardo Bonucci, but 3 of the lads who made it into the team last year, Alves, Marcelo and Ramos, are there again, so don't bet against them making it into it again. And then in terms of the midfielder, 15 midfielders who received the most votes so far are Busquets, Casemiro, Felipe Coutinho, and obviously he makes it in there for having done half a season for us as well, so Liverpool get a little bit of credit, though I'm not sure any of us would actually want it. Tony Cruz, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, good to see Dejan Lovren and Virgil van Dijk making that list and getting the recommendation. I wonder if they just went off Dejan Lovren's own recommendation, if I'm perfectly honest. Yeah. He was like, just went around, well, it's me, yeah. Dejan defo voted for himself. Let's leave it at that. More to follow as the day progresses. Stay tuned to our social media account. So at the Redmen TV on Twitter, facebook.com/the Redmen TV, and the Redmen TV on Instagram as well, if you want to get more information on this. And obviously we'll doubtless be picking up on this on Thursday on the Reds News Roundup show as well. But before all that, and before we wrap up, let's get over to your comments. You've been waiting with bated breath because you're wonderful people. Si, have you got anything lined up for us?
So we've got a green super chat from FSAL. Ul Hassan says, in order for Van Dijk to be branded Europe's best defender, do you think he needs to deliver the league or a piece of silverware?
Yeah, I think inevitably. I think you can. This is the eternal question you have in football, because a lot gets placed on the value of winning silverware. Now, is an example of this. Can Mo Salah not be the best player in the world because he can't win a World Cup? I think he still can. And I think Van Dijk can be the best defender in the world. But unfortunately, I think Jamie Carragher threw this argument. So as long as Sergio Ramos is still playing and he's still winning league titles and European Cups, there will be a load of people who still rank him above, and that's the problem at Liverpool kind of face. So yeah, I think in order for it to be unilaterally accepted, Liverpool need to get back to winning silverware, so you can attach wonderful ability with having delivered on the biggest stages as well. So no, I think that would be a point.
So Copy 27 says, Paul, do you think that when Dejan is fit, we could see him reclaim his position at centre-back and see Joe Gomez take over Trent at right-back?
I think, look, it's a possibility, and it's why we're all sat crossing our fingers and toes on this international break that Gomez comes back unscathed. At the moment, I don't think Dejan will go straight back into that team. That's me. I can't attest for what Jurgen will do in that regard. It wouldn't shock me if he did just walk straight back in and Gomez just went back to being third choice. So we saw Gomez pulled up the firing line for a bit because, let's be honest, Klopp likes Matip as well. He does. Interesting. It's telling on the second point of that we've seen Matip coming on in games and Gomez being put to right back and Trent being substituted off and not seeing like Klein, more of Nathaniel Klein, who you would consider to be second choice. So that does lend the thinking that Gomez is still our second choice right back. It's a conundrum. Personally, I think Gomez will keep that position until he needs he suffers mental fatigue and he needs to be swapped out to maintain his freshness, and then we'll see that in. So we might see this in maybe the League Cup game might be the place where we start to see that. But it's a very interesting question, and if anyone else wants to answer that, please do in the comments as well. Next say.
Yeah, so we had one before that I got from Sidney Fisher saying, I've been enjoying the women's show on the website, really enjoying it. It's good to see. I think we've had a few really nice comments from it. I think Lauren and Amy are filming another one today, so get over to the website for that one.
Yeah.
Rowan Shaw says the attackers are out for the FIFPro 11.
Ooh, let's have a look.
Mane and Salah have made it into the 15 attackers, but no Firmino.
Okay, cool. Let's just refresh that and have a look through the list then, because that's interesting stuff. Yeah, just on the Liverpool Ladies podcast, Lauren and Amy doing a fantastic job. And look, we said this, I don't expect people who are not, if you're not asked and you're not interested, then don't be asked and don't be interested, it's fine. But if you are asked and you are interested and you want to see what's going on in that little part of the Liverpool world that most of us don't really keep up to date on, then that's it. The girls are doing a fantastic job. At least one podcast a week, and if it's popular, we'll look to ramp that content up as well. So yeah, go to redmentv.com and get involved in that. Right, sound. So let's have a look then. Yeah, as I said, the attacking players have now been announced. Look, this is the benefit of being live, isn't it? Isn't this lovely? Karim Benzema, Cavani, Dybala, Griezmann, Kane, Lewandowski, Lukaku, Mandzukic, Mane, brilliant, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Junior, presumably his dad was Neymar Senior, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah and Luis Suarez. So yeah, plenty of vested interest in that regard. Interesting that Gareth Bale, Zlatan and Alexis Sanchez, I mean, no one would have expected Zlatan on that list, but Bale and Sanchez to be dropped off is quite interesting. Ronaldo's been on that each list of 55 since the first World 11 in 2004-2005, sharing a record with Gigi Buffon. Wow, interesting stuff. Yeah, let's have one more comment before we wrap up. But yeah, good to see Liverpool players again getting the recognition. If we can get one player in the World 11, I think they'll find a way to get Salah in there, almost certainly. It's a shame because I think Mane obviously had a better Champions League final. But yeah, if it was down to you, based on what we've seen so far, what is your thinking for the World 11? Do you think Liverpool can get a player in? Comments below, that'd be absolutely tremendous. And
so we've just got a couple on the fixture pile up. So Pool fan says first week of October we will determine if we are title contenders, Champions League contenders, still in the English Cup, the most important 4 weeks. And Charles Holmdon says win the next 5 games, and I believe we can win everything this year.
Absolutely. Just we've got a few people. This Marcus says, who is next to Salah in the pictures behind Paul? I presume. Do we mean is it this Salah that's in shot?
Yeah.
On which way? Can you see that way?
No, you can't. No, you can only see the ear of.
So you can't see that's Jimmy Traore on that side of him. If you don't know who that is, then that's a concern. Is there another Salah somewhere on here? No. Okay, cool.
I think you probably mean to Jimmy Traore here.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Traore. So we've gone for nothing but the best, which is why we've got a very great mix of Jimmy Traore's and Virgil's alongside the likes of Djibril Cissé, which you'll be able to see. And there's like 5 Xabi Alonso's and stuff. Carlton did a brilliant job on that. But yeah, great, fantastic. Listen, I said it earlier on, we are so good. Let's have a quick live update of how we're getting on in regards to subscribers, and then I'm going to have to frantically pause any video. No, it's fine. Yeah, 298,665. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, get over it. You can click the subscribe button. It should just be below, or go over to the channel and check it all out as well. Yeah, and when we get to 300k, it all goes off, and you can be a big part of that as well. So thank you very much. Brilliant. Reds News Roundup coming up later in the week. There'll be more news coming throughout the week. One of the lads will be back here tomorrow. Yeah, perfect time to sign up to redmentv.com, isn't it always? And I shall see you there.